In this video, we're going to learn how to use GIMP. GIMP is an alternative to Adobe Photoshop to create reference sheets. It is available right here, and we're going to go to Open as Layers. Since this is a Photoshop file, we're going to find the file, Reference Sheets Template Layer, and I'm going to click on Open. It's going to ask me if I want to convert this to a different color profile. I'm going to deselect the GIMP built-in sRGB, and I'm going to click on Keep. And as you can see, we brought in our Photoshop file. It's in layers. So this is the text layer right here. This is the border. In this folder right here, this is where we're going to put our images. To zoom in, you're going to go to View, Zoom, Fit Image in Window, and it's going to fit our image in this window right here. These blue lines are the guides that brought in from the Photoshop file. We can go back to View and then deselect Show Guides, and the guides will disappear. To change the name of the reference sheet, you're going to use the text tool, which is the letter A. You will notice that the Photoshop text layer cannot be edited with the text tool, and I cannot select it. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete this layer by selecting the layer and then clicking on the X. That will delete the layer. Now we're going to create a new text layer above the border layer, this layer right here. So I'm going to type in, all you have to do is just do a click and drag, and we're going to type in our first and our last name, and then we're going to give the name of the reference sheet. In this case, I'm just going to type in reference sheet, and then we're going to give it a page number. You can shrink the box where the text is by dragging one of these corners right here. You can change the font size right here. So let's go ahead and make this one bold. And notice that now our text is too big for the box, so I'm just going to enlarge the box right here. And then I can change the color of the text by clicking on the color picker. I'm going to select white. I'm going to hit OK. And now I'm going to drag this text box right here with the Move tool. And I'm going to put it right above the border. To deselect the text layer, you select any other layer. I'm going to select the Images Go Here folder. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to import my images. So I'm going to go to my web browser, and I'm going to do a Google search. I'm going to go to the image, and I'm going to go right mouse button, View Image. I'm going to click on the zoom lens. Then I'm going to go right mouse button, Copy Image. And now we can go to GIMP, and I can go to Edit, Paste, and notice that it has pasted my image. To move and to scale your images, what we're going to do is we're going to go right mouse button over this pasted image. We're going to go to Tools, Transform Tools, and we're going to use the Scale tool. The Scale tool is like the free transform tool in Photoshop, where we can scale this image by pulling the corners. To move this image around, you're going to select the center of the image, and then you can move it wherever you want it. So I'm going to put this image right here. As soon as I let go, you'll notice that this image right here is right below our border, but I want to put this inside of our Images Go Here. I'm going to bring in a series of images to fill in the top row. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the anchor icon, and that put all of my images in one layer. I'm going to select the rectangle selection tool, and I'm going to make a marquee selection. And now all I have to do is hit delete, and it will trim all of my images right here. To deselect this, go to Select, None. And there we have our first row. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to finish filling these layers right here with images. And now the last thing that we have to do is we have to flatten this image right here and save it as a JPEG. So to do that, we're going to go to any of our layers, and we're going to hold the right mouse button over the active layer and we're going to select flatten image. Once the image is flattened, we're going to go to File, Export As, and we're going to give it a name and save it in the corresponding folder. So I'm going to select my reference sheets folder, click on Export. It's going to ask you for the image quality, so we're going to select 80. And all you have to do is click on Export. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Edit, Undo Flatten Image, so I can save this in layers. I would save this file right here, and this is how you create reference sheets using GIMP.